Welcome to the Unit 3 cooling tower. We're here with Ross, our Director of Operations, to learn more about this structure. Ross, obviously a cooling tower is one of the most iconic features of a nuclear power plant. Tell us more about the purpose of a cooling tower in a nuclear power plant operation.
Sure, I'll try to do that. So we're standing on the intake structure, and this is where the cold water from the cooling tower would have been pumped over to the steam condensers in the turbine building, condensing that steam back to water so that it can be recycled in the system. The warm water coming back from the condensers is pumped up through the riser columns and gets sprinkled out through a packing layer at the 40-foot level, and the water cools as it falls back into the collection pond. So it's really just a circulating cold water loop.
So it's basically like a giant radiator.
Right.
I know there's a lot of curiosity about what it looks like inside. Is that something we could go take a look at today?
Yeah, let's go take a look at the spray deck level. This is the access stairwell. It's 746 stairs all the way to the top, but we'll be just going to the 40-foot level where the spray deck is.
Wow, this is incredible. Ross, tell us what we're looking at in here.
Okay, let's look from the center here. Okay, so we're standing here on the center riser column. There's 5 riser columns through the center of the tower here. That's where the warm water is pumped up from the turbine condensers, and then it floods out through these flood channels and then gets distributed with these distribution pipes, and then falls down by gravity over a 4-foot thick layer of packing material, which creates surface area and distribution for the evaporative cooling effect.
So it seems like the most obvious interesting feature in here is the echo.
Yeah, we can demonstrate that here as we take a look at the riser column. And the flood channel, if you just peek over the edge, you'll be able to see the water riser column and how it comes up and fills the flood channel where the hot water would then be dispersed out. And the center is the best echo.
Wow. Is that a handrail up there? Do people actually go to the top?
Yeah, actually we do have to do monthly safety inspections and maintain the obstruction lighting, so you want to go up?
Sure.
Well, let's head up to the top. Well, we've made it to the top of the East Cooling Tower, Unit 3. We're 496 feet above grade, which puts us a little over 800 feet above sea level. We're walking along the south rim of the shell, and if you notice the lines on the shell, it kind of gives you an idea of the construction process. This was built in a continuous pour of concrete where they would do one loop and then lift the forms up and then continue pouring. So each of those marks on the shell is a lift from the forms and the construction. The best part about up here is obviously the view. That's what everybody's interested in. And from the south rim here, looking south, we can normally see Mount St. Helens, Mount Adams, Mount Rainier to the east a little. Obviously the forest lands surrounding. A little cloudy today, so we can't see much of that. Out to the west behind me, actually I can see out to Grays Harbor, the North Bay area, and you can actually see the spit of ocean shores right at the horizon. Well, you notice the obstruction lighting placed around the handrail. That's for aviation safety. Anything over 250 feet needs to have lighting. So we're inspecting to make sure that's operating correctly. Also looking at the hardware for the handrail, stairs, as well as the grounding system for lightning suppression, and just general structural integrity of the tower shell.
Well, thanks for showing us the inside of Cooling Tower 3 and taking us to the top. That's definitely something most people don't get a chance to look at. Now, join us on our next stop at Reactor Building 3.